Manito, oche amane pe matsoen, hey ya ho, kinanas kumti na nochi o.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a blessed day today. We have our second episode tonight with Hailey Rose podcast. I hope you guys woke up this morning with a smile on your face, as every day is a new start and a fresh beginning. So tonight, we are going to be talking about self-care and the importance behind it. I know with COVID-19 now, we're all going through a tough time. We're all going through difficult situations right now, but we just got to keep taking care of ourselves, and that's very important. So I have a question. Are you feeling stressed out right now? It could be work, school, adults yelling at you, kids yelling around the house, bills to pay, or especially COVID restricting us. And so I want you guys to indulge with me for a minute and just close your eyes. And I want you to lay your feet flat on the ground. And I want you to inhale through your nose. And I want you to exhale through your mouth. And I want you to do that again. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And open your eyes. Congratulations, you just practiced self-care. And so sometimes you see advertisements on Facebook or Instagram or just random ads on TV. And when they tell you to take care of your well-being and, practice self-care, they say, oh, go for a massage or go have a spa day, get your nails done, manicures, pedicures, or anything that has to do with pumpkin spice. But unfortunately, that's a myth. And they feed us these lies, but it's not actually restoring us, our energy. It's not doing anything to keep us as healthy and strong, our mind and body and spirit generating and good and healthy. And when you do those things, they cost money. You look at that bill after you just got your feet done or you just got a massage, and now you have to pay. But what is self-care? What is self-care to you? Self-care is deliberately taking care of your well-being through restorative activities. And the greatest threat of our well-being is emotional and physical stress. And when COVID first hit, guys, I was always lazy, always laying in my bed, not really doing anything with my time. I wasn't getting up. And when I got up, I wasn't making my bed. And that's the first thing to success. The moment you walk out of your room, make sure your bed is made. Make sure you go brush your teeth and grab that cup of coffee. Take a shower. That's the first step. And for me personally, that has worked. Waking up in the morning, I can understand that it can be hard for a lot of us. Getting that energy, getting that motivation. But where does that come from? A healthy diet. Getting that fruits, getting those vegetables, drinking enough water. It can get you energy so that you're able to move around and walk and, get that physical activity that you need to go on with your day. And so I wasn't eating good, I wanted to eat chips and pop all day. I would rather just lay in my bed and binge watch Netflix, watch YouTube videos, eat chocolate bars. And I noticed that my body was always feeling sluggish. I was being lazy all the time. And once I started eating more healthy, eating those fruits, eating those vegetables, it provided me with those nutritional needs that we have to eat, that we have to consume so that we can go on with our day, and be happy and be healthy. And so I was getting my vitamin A's and vitamin B, vitamin C, getting outside. It's very important that we go outside every day, movement, walking, running, working out. And I know for some people, it's hard to go to the gym because it involves money and involves paying. But sometimes all you have to do is just do a couple jumping jacks in your living room. Sometimes all you have to do is just do a couple burpees to keep you going throughout the day. Enjoying that fresh air, getting that sun on your skin because it provides us with vitamin D. And moments of stillness and in silence is also very important. I just did that with you guys a couple minutes ago. Just being mindful, being in the present, being in the now. And we're constantly hearing noises all day, traffic, people yelling, blah, blah, blah. And it gets to be so much, right? It gets to be so much. People crying, people yelling, people laughing. And the average person has 80,000 thoughts a day. 80,000 thoughts. And almost every single one of those are negative because we're so focused on the past. We're so focused on the future, but we're not present in the now. And it's important to be present in the now because when you're worrying about the past or what you did last night, what you did a couple days ago, kind of tearing yourself up, you aren't able to grow, to move on, and it's causing stress. It's causing anxiety. And for me, I realized that, I was so caught up on my past. I was worried about what I was going to do tomorrow. I was worried about my to-do list. Okay, I have to do this, Hailey. You have to do this. And it causes stress. It causes a lot of stress on us because we're always worrying about other people or what we got to do next, the next move or whatnot. And so sometimes you just have to be mindful and be mindful of what you're doing now and just take a couple deep breaths like meditating or breathing techniques like box breathing and just focus on your breathing. Allow those thoughts to just get out of there. Get those thoughts out of there. And they're not doing anything for yourself. And even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes out of your day to just be in the present and think about your own thoughts and what you want to do today and say, okay, I'm going to have a good day today. I'm going to spread some love today. I'm going to do my work today. I'm going to get this done. But it's important that you're taking that time to yourself and just sitting there and not worrying about anything out there in this crazy world that we live in. And I understand a lot of people, I don't have time. I don't have time to do that stuff. I got kids, I got a job. But then we find ourselves here at night sometimes scrolling through social media for hours and hours or watching the TV, watching Netflix, watching YouTube, and there's times where you could just be focusing on yourself, doing that self-care. And another important one is the time you spend in nature. Because it's important that we're spending our time outdoors because we're so restricted and limited now, not being able to go spend our time with our family and with our friends. We don't really want to go anywhere. But even if you're just opening the window, going outside, opening that door and just breathing in that fresh air, even if you get a little bit of frostbite, that's okay sometimes. But fresh air can do so much for you. A lot of us are indoors now, and it's hard, not getting that sun. You find that when you're indoors, sometimes you kind of have no motivation to do anything. And so make sure that you're spending enough time outside in the nature, whether you want to go play a sport, maybe you want to go snowboarding, you want to go fishing, you want to go hunting. Maybe you just want to go run to the store and then come outside and look at the beautiful trees we got out here, Saskatchewan. But I know sometimes when I'm inside, I get really messy. My space starts to get messy, my room starts to get messy, full of drinks, garbage, clothes laying around. And they say that a messy room or a messy house equals messy thoughts, because how can you think in a room or in a house that is messy? You have so much going on, so many things that, are kind of making you closed in. And so it helps. It helps to pick up those things, put your clothes away, do some laundry, do the dishes. Takes a lot of motivation sometimes, but sometimes you just have to do that. It's a part of self-care, cleaning your space so that you can, get around. Sometimes I have socks and stuff laying around my floor and I just kick it to the side and, instead of picking it up and putting it away. But during the pandemic, I found myself scrolling through social media a lot and it was really breaking me down. Um, I was comparing my life to other people. Oh, I should be doing this. Oh, I should be doing that. Man, they're having a lot of fun. And on Facebook, sometimes we see a lot of drama. And so it's important that, when it's starting to make you feel upset or making you start to feel angry, that you're just turning off your phone, that you're logging off, just deleting the app for a day. When I was a kid, my mom used to take my phone in the middle of the night. Not in the middle of the night, but she would take it at like 9 or 10. And I'd always get mad at her, "Mom, why do you need to take my phone?" I always wanted to like text my boyfriends or something. And I was like, "No, don't take my phone." And she would take my phone. And I didn't realize up until a little while ago that she was doing it so that people weren't upsetting me, people weren't getting to me. I wasn't seeing something that I shouldn't have been seeing. And it allowed me to have a good sleep because your phone contains and consumes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy, like your TV. Even if you have your TV on at night, it's still using energy. And you'll find that if you turn off your phone, turn it on airplane mode at least, take off that Wi-Fi, turn off the TV, that you'll have a better sleep because nothing's really moving. There's no energy going on. You're just in your own head, in your own thoughts. Nothing's ringing, nothing's vibrating, nothing. And so now I realize why she kind of took my phone there. Maybe she didn't want me to, be goofing around all night, laughing, waking up the whole family, but it was because she wanted me to have a good night's rest. And sometimes it's unhealthy, to be scrolling through social media all day and all night. But I know now and I understand why she kinda did that, and, I know, like, when you're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or things like that, it can go on for hours and hours, and you find yourself wide awake scrolling or watching videos. And so when you're doing physical activity, when you're playing sports, when you're getting outdoors, you'll find by the end of the night that you'll have a little bit of less energy. You'll be more tired because you used it all throughout the day. Waking up earlier, tired by 9, 10, and it's important to get that good night's rest. But I have a question for you guys. What do you do for your self-care? What do you do so that you're taking care of your well-being, so that you're keeping your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul healthy, and that you're taking care of yourself genuinely? I know a lot of us, we kind of question ourselves that we could be doing more. We could be doing more to take care of ourselves, taking care of our body, taking care of our skin. For the longest time, I wasn't doing that either. So I kind of understand that. But when I was opening my eyes to, getting outdoors, having that motivation to get up in the morning, it was better. It was better to just not lay in bed all day, not watch Netflix all day, not watch YouTube all day. Because after a while, you'll kind of realize, like, this is what I do all day, when you could be focusing on your dreams and working towards your goals and your ambitions. And so when I started to get into that routine, waking up, you know, saying hello to my family and, waking up and telling my family I love you and waking up in a positive mood, I instantly started to feel better about myself because instead of just laying in my bed, I was actually doing something active. So we have a comment here. Raymond says, I write. That's also very important, guys, journaling. Right now, we have a lot of, thoughts generating through our brain, and sometimes we need to just let it out. Sometimes you just need to let those thoughts go because it can cause headaches. It can cause grief, it can cause pain, whatever. And sometimes it's healthy just get that out instead of, getting sweaty palms all the time or kind of just feeling anxious. And my mother, she loves journaling. She could probably journal all day if she had the time. But I know that journaling is a really good way of letting go of those emotions, those thoughts. If you don't have somebody to, talk to, or you don't feel like sharing whatever you have to say to somebody else. But it's also important that if you're feeling upset and like you want to take care of yourself, that you're actually talking to somebody and making sure that they listen, letting go of whatever you have going on that day or whatever happened yesterday, talking about your day, even what you're about to do. That's very important that, you're constantly being connected to somebody, even if they're just in your household, even if it's just your mom or your dad or your brother, your best friend. We have another comment here. My brother, eating healthy breakfast in the morning and a glass of water before school or work. Being 17, I'm only 17 years old, guys, so I'm still learning and I'm still in the process where I want to gain knowledge and I want to learn from others and see what they're doing. And we see here in the comments, there's already people who kind of have a routine eating breakfast in the morning. That is very important. A lot of people like to miss breakfast in the morning, and sometimes I go to school and I realize that I didn't eat breakfast, and I'm like, "Oh gosh, now I gotta wait till lunch." And sometimes my belly, it'll just start rumbling, and I'm like, kind of feels like, I don't know, you get to that point where you start feeling sick, and they say breakfast is the most important meal throughout your day. Breakfast, whether it's an egg, whether it's toast or something, because they have a lot of protein in it, and protein gets you throughout your day. Clayton Tattoo says, I play games all night, then go to bed after scrolling on Facebook and watching YouTube. LOL. Well, maybe you could go outside and act like you're actually playing the video game and maybe record yourself while doing it too. Maybe that would help. Maybe if you play Call of Duty, just and act like, I don't know. Maybe that would be a sight to see for everyone. Taylor Jade Stone, I put my children down for a nap and take a nice relaxing bath in silence. That's a good one. A lot of people like to shower and stuff quick and easy, but sometimes it's nice to just lay in the bath, put some nice music on, but she likes to be in the silence. She must kind of get in her thoughts and let them go, let them think. But it seems like a lot of these people, they have routines going, and I hope everyone learned from everything that I taught them, self-care tips. And during the pandemic right now, whether we like to talk about it or not, we're all dealing with something. And so it's important to reach out to people when you're feeling a little anxious, when you're feeling a little stressed out. And we have another comment here. I listen to old tunes. Yes, that can really make your vibe strong. Oh my gosh, I love old tunes. Some people say, oh my gosh, like that song was made when I was a kid. I'm like, yeah, and that's why we love it. Another comment here. Al Crawford, my best self-care time is time spent alone. Setting/having boundaries is a big self-care practice of mine also. Eat good, think good, feel good, look good, do good. You're sharing some deadly words. Right on, Hailey. Thank you so much, guys. See, everyone is, having their practicing of their well-being because it is important to keep us going, keep us alive, and so that we can succeed as Indigenous people. But with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. I hope you learned something today, and I'm awesome to be learning from you guys as well. Be sure to practice those and give that a try. I know I could probably do some journaling more, but I kind of would rather like to scroll on social media sometimes. But that's not what we want to do. You know, we want to be healthy and strong and happy and have a good day. But with that, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight with Hailey Rose podcast. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at my next live on Thursday. Peace out, guys.